Hello and welcome to GSTV's Panther Report.
I'm Marianne Johnson.
And I'm Joseph Shepard.
It looks like spring has sprung in Atlanta, and we've got a lot of events and festivals happening in the area over the next few weeks.
Yeah, the 74th Annual Atlanta Dogwood Festival is happening this weekend at Piedmont Park. It's from Friday afternoon all the way through Sunday. And in addition to its huge artist market and your food vendors, there's an impressive lineup of music groups that will be providing live music throughout the full festival.
And remember to take MARTA for that, because traffic is gonna suck. I don't know, Joseph. I think I still prefer to drive.
Not me. Those gas prices are ridiculous.
Yeah, well, high gas prices are certainly affecting a lot of students. I wonder why gas prices are so high right now.
Well, actually, some of our reporters investigated why gas prices in Atlanta are so high and what students can do to help save them money. So let's check it out.
Gas prices, the question in everyone's mind. Why is it so high? Do Georgia State students have a good perception on the subject? These are the answers we got.
I assume they're high because of the civil unrest in Northern Africa.
Probably because of all the stuff that's going on in the Middle East. Of course, we always need imported oil, so that's one of the big issues.
Do a lot with the fact that gas or oil is a non-renewable resource which we will slowly run out of anyways and will continue to get higher and more expensive regardless. Conflicts in the Middle East, since that's where most of the world's oil is.
Most GSG students guessed right. According to the National Public Radio, the real reason for gas prices to rise so quickly is the price of crude oil, the cost of refining, gas taxes, and the crisis in Venezuela, and more importantly, in the Middle East, where most of our oil comes from.
So if you're looking for ways to save on gas, here are some helpful tips. The use of public transportation such as MARTA is a helpful way to save on gas and saves you from paying for parking. Another great way is by carpooling. Carpooling is one of the best ways to save gas. You can carpool with a set of students that go to class around the same time you do. This will save you and everyone else gas and expenses. Riding a bike or a scooter are other two great ways for you to save on gas.
Another festival is happening this weekend, the Sweetwater 420 Festival. It's going on from Friday, April 15th from 4:20 p.m. and then again on Saturday and Sunday afternoon. That's going on at Candler Park. The price to get in is free and only $5 for a wristband if you're 21 or over and would like to enjoy beer responsibly.
Sweet. I get it. You get it? Sweetwater Festival. Sweet.
Yeah, I get it. Unfortunately, Joseph, I think I'll be hitting the books this weekend. Final exams are fast approaching.
Yeah, and I know what you mean, but don't forget about the library at GSU. That's where I go when I want a nice, quiet study session, and those librarians are pretty helpful too.
That's true. It seems that Georgia State students generally agree. Check it out.
I'm here right outside of the Georgia State University Library where thousands of students come each and every day. But we were curious as to what students do when they're inside the library and what they think about the librarians. What do you like to do at the Georgia State Library?
Well, there's several things I like to do. Actually, I like to get on the computer, surf the internet, well, whenever computers are available. And then, I usually sit in, the little maps corner, kind of hang out with my friends. The library at Georgia State is, very diverse. You could study, you could hang out with friends, you could eat lunch here, and you could do several other things.
I like our library. I think it's very helpful. It's a good place to go study. It's a good place to go just hang out with a couple people, catch up on a few assignments.
I personally love it. Compared to back home, it's like much bigger, much more interactive, and I don't know, maybe I'm just comparing it to the one back home, but it just is so much better.
Libraries has a lot of resources for us to use, and it helps me focus if you go on the 5th floor and stuff. But most importantly, you get to meet really cute guys. Here we are with Amy Harris, the undergraduate services librarian. How long have you been a librarian, and what do you exactly do?
Well, I graduated with a graduate degree in library science in 2002, and right now I am the undergraduate services librarian for the Georgia State University community. And my days are very varied. I do a lot of work at the reference desk, which involves having the students come up to the reference desk and me navigating or helping them navigate to the best resources for their assignments and their homework. So I do a lot of reference work. I also teach, and I do teaching mostly the undergraduates on how to navigate the library.
How do you feel about the Georgia State Librarian?
I recently had a midterm. I didn't have the book for the class, and they helped me get it.
It's actually helped me a lot. I've never actually talked to one, but I know if I did talk to one, they would help me a lot. Actually they were good for research, because I remember when I was in my English class and we had to do a research paper, we had a bunch of librarians come up to us, talk to us about, what kind of research we could do and how they could help us. They provide us with numbers and, examples and so on and so forth. So it's really, really helpful.
Are you serious? Without these librarians, I would be back in rehab or dead or worse. I will fight anybody that has anything bad to say about these librarians.
This is Caitlin Leonard for GSTV's Panther Report.
Also, the GSU Opera Theater will be performing Puccini's Madame Butterfly at the Rialto on April 17th. Tickets are as low as $12 with a GSU student ID. And don't forget to drop by the box office or call the number below.
Also, don't forget that the Atlanta Film Festival is coming up April 28th through May 7th. Tickets are on sale at atlantafilmfestival.com.
And don't forget to keep an ear out about the after parties for networking opportunities.
In other news, our reporters investigated the Hope Scholarship. Governor Nathan Deal has recently passed legislation that will change the Hope Scholarship drastically. Let's see what our reporters found.
If you're a college student or going to college, the Hope Scholarship may be of some interest. Governor Nathan Deal has recently passed legislation that will change the Hope Scholarship drastically. No longer requiring a 3.0 GPA, the scholarship now requires a 3.5 from current college students and a 3.75 for college freshmen. If you are a college student and have maintained a 3.0, you are eligible for 90% of the award money. However, the remaining 10%, including books and fees, could bring you to paying hundreds of dollars or possibly more. Join us as we find out how some students feel about this change.
Hey, I was wondering, do you have the Hope Scholarship?
No, I don't. Not anymore. Thanks to the government, they took it away.
No, I currently do not have Hope Scholarship.
Actually, I do not, because I'm over the 127 hour cap.
No, I do not. I took too many classes.
Yeah, I'm actually, I'm receiving it. I haven't received it yet, but I am receiving it.
No, currently I do not.
No. So how do you feel about the Hope requirements? Well, personally, when I was a freshman, I was really scared about going to college, and the Hope Scholarship really is kind of what got me through these 4 years. Without Hope, I wouldn't have been able to get my degree. I'm graduating in May, so I'm really, really excited about that.
You have to get like perfect grades on everything now because it's so high. Like, I think they changed it to 3.75 or 3.5 or something, and mine's nowhere near that anymore.
I think they suck. Be honest. I think that it's going to keep a lot of people who could definitely get a really good education from having that education. I think a lot of people are going to be denied a lot of benefits from it.
I mean, I feel like I pretty much just gave up hope on getting the Hope back anytime soon. I really plan to get the Hope back next semester, but now that has gone through, I don't know what I'm going to do. I feel like it's way too high. A 3.0, especially with people that have biology majors or chemistry major, it's a lot to obtain. So it's like now you're requiring them to be even more advanced or like more, so it's just too much.
Do you have any advice for students who might be on the verge of losing it?
Study harder.
Well, I definitely, would encourage them to just apply for other scholarships as well. There's financial aid for everything, all types of people, demographics, things like that. And also just really kind of use your freshman year as a cushion. Use all the resources that Georgia State has. They have a lot of, tutoring.
If you're on the verge of losing Hope Scholarship, you have to take into consideration that Georgia is one of the only, I think it is the only state in the United States that allows something like the Hope Scholarship. And college is all about time management and working hard. It's not difficult to maintain a high GPA. It's just a matter of doing it.
The only thing you can do is just work harder, and just try to attain those requirements that they've set. So, if you want the free money, if you want to have a full ride in your scholarship, you just got to hit those books harder. The best thing that I can say is don't get any private student loans. Just try to maybe get a second job. I know it's going to be hard, but it'll be worth it because you don't want to be in any more debt than you already are.
Yeah. And losing hope make you feel hopeless. So best thing to do is go find a job, do what you gotta do, get on your grind.
This has been Satara Coot and Courtney Branch for the Panther Report. See you.
Hey guys, here are your entertainment number ones. Well, after Rihanna asked her Twitter followers who they wanted to hear on her S&M remix, they responded with the Miss Britney Spears. And that is just what she got. Britney Spears recorded her vocals on it, and the rest is history. Rihanna and Britney Spears' S&M remix is number 1 on the iTunes downloads for the week.
For a second week in a row, the partially animated children's Easter film Hop remains number 1 at the box office, starring James Marsden and Russell Brand. I personally can't wait to see Wes Craven's Scream 4 this weekend, playing by the way. 10 years later and this town still has a psycho killer?
I know.
Okay. I would predict this will be the number 1 movie at the box office this weekend, but it has an R rating, so I'm gonna say the 3D animated movie Rio will be number 1 instead.
Good choice. And after Britney Spears' comeback album Femme Fatale hit number 1 last week, she was dethroned by British singing sensation Adele and her album 21.
Very nice.
And if you guys haven't heard both of those albums, you should go buy them or download them. I suggest you do because they're both amazing. And that is your week in number ones. Well guys, it looks like we've wrapped up another episode of GSTV's Panther Report.
Don't forget to watch us on GSTV Channel 75 if you're living in university housing.
And check us out on live stream. Visit gstvonline.org and click on the top bar that says click here to watch live.
And as always, all Panther Report episodes are posted on youtube.com/GSTV Panther Report. Enjoy this weekend filled with outdoor festivals and events.
I'm Joseph Shepard.
I'm Ariane Johnson.
Have a great weekend. Whoop, whoop.